genuinely, what happened when I was asleep? So, 10 hours ago, I posted this video, which was a weekly recap of everything that's happened in the last week, and literally 10 minutes after I posted this video, we saw Popoff get 72% on Society, which is 88% of the gameplay, so I had to make a short about it, and then I went to sleep, right? And then I woke up today to like 10 billion pings from every single server, and apparently Doggie got 97% on grief. I had to double, triple, quadruple check this, but turns out, no, it's actually true. Look here, 1 hour ago Doggie posted grief in 97%, and the fact that this already has nearly 60,000 views in an hour shows how much people actually care. If we go to the live stream, he's been at 84 for quite a while now, but compared to his last best, it's only been like a month. So yeah, even though that is a decent bit compared to all the other top ones getting verified, for Doggy standards with a level like this, that is absolutely nothing. He is making major progress. I wonder how the stream was. Obviously, I wasn't there for the live stream. However, like, I feel like the chat would have went absolutely bonkers, because from what I know, even when he gets just like a bit into the level and he gets into the 50s, people go absolutely wild. So I just imagine the look on everyone's faces when he actually gets past like the second drop of the level and is at the ending. People must have been freaking out. I've already seen that there's a couple videos posted of people just reacting to this. Like, this is so big that even people's reactions will blow up to him getting 97. And it's just so weird to think that this is like so much top 1 progress in one day that we have, right? Because Popoff literally just got 72 on Society. Also, one thing that I have to commend Doggy for is, you know, actually not choking at the very, very end. Like, yes, he choked to 97. That is something that happened. But, like, when he got to that final end part, he actually went on for a decent while. It wasn't just an instant death. You have to understand how much nerves this man will have. Spending years on grief, over 400,000 attempts, and getting to that part, and yet he actually got decently far in and controlled his nerves. His heart rate even went down during it, which is, I don't know how that's even possible. He's at the second drop now here, so I'll just, like, watch this. Yeah. I don't know how this is possible. I actually beg that this gets verified by Force Society. I really think it'll be cool if we see this one come out on top as the first one to dethrone Thinking Space 2. And you know, it's actually now possible after he got this. You can see here. He's passed Popoff's heart rate on Society on his new best. He's at 178 right now. But like, yeah, he's actually like getting far. And look, it's going down. It just went to 175, 174. How is that possible? And then he actually got to the last wave bit, and then as soon as it sped up, he kind of died. But there is like nothing there. All you had to do was click one more time, and then a couple more times here, then go for the mouth of the guy at the end, and he would have done it. But what I want to point out is, how do you do a run like that, and then this is your reaction? Like, his reaction is nothing. This is less than what Popoff reacts to when he gets far on Society. But I guess that makes sense because, like, he's been at it for this long. I'm sure he expected it, and he's just kind of going through the motions of playing it now. So maybe after you spend 400,000 attempts on something, that's expected. But even so, that is not the normal reaction. A lot of people thought as soon as he would get to the end that he would, you know, beat the level. I think I always had it in my mind that he would die to the ending. With how long he's been taking on the level and the nerves he must get as this goes on, there was no way he wasn't dying at least once. But I hope that this doesn't become a recurring thing and he gets hard stuck here. I hope he does manage to pull through the next time he gets to the ending. But yeah, huge congrats to Doggy for doing this. But we might as well talk about the other stuff that's happened, because even though Doggy is by far the main focus here, so much other stuff regarding top ones and, you know, list completions have happened, so I just want to cover a couple more things. The first one being W Popoff, because he was able to get 72% on Society, as we talked about. I made a short on it, but I might as well mention it in this video as well. Like, he's been popping off on this level, no pun intended. 5 days ago, right, he had 67%, which is 82% of the gameplay, okay? And then 4 days ago, he had the same thing. But 2 days ago, he was able to get 15 to 100, and then the next day, get 72%. His consistency is unreal, and even though after this 72% on his stream, he kind of slowed down a bit, he was kind of burning out there. That is still... It's so impressive that he was able to get that run in the stream, and I think for future live streams, he has a very, very, very high chance to just beat the level. This can happen any day now, and out of all the current top 1 progress that's happening, I think that this one is the most likely to happen first. Then I would say probably Sweeping Demon 2, then Grief, and then Heliopolis. I mean, I guess there's Eternal Silence, but then again, a lot of people argue if that's top 1 or not, so I don't really want to count it. And then there's probably some random top 1 that I'm forgetting right now, because this isn't scripted, and there's so many of them. But we need to talk about A6, because in my video, I mentioned that he got 74% on Thinking Space 2. He started up a live stream and announced it, and I thought that was it. And at the time when I uploaded that, it was, because he was still live streaming Thinking Space 2. But just like Grief, he decided to a bit later hit me with more progress, so my video is already out of date. So he actually was able to get 77% in this run. Now, again, keep in mind that the ending of Thinking Space 2 is way harder than the beginning, so this is not as impressive as it looks, but 77% is still massive, and even though the ending is still super, super hard, it's not impossible. It's still possible to fluke that thing, right? But this is still massively impressive. He got to the crazy duel part. There isn't much after this, so yeah, this is just crazy to see. A6 is one of the few people that is in the argument for being a top, like, 4 to 5 player before people like Nethermind, Popoff, and Zoink. I mean, I don't think he is, but, like, he's very close. I mean, he's been doing crazy, crazy things. He's definitely, by far, in the top 10 and the upper ends of it. He has stuff like Subsuming Vortex beaten and a bunch of Vehemence progress in the last couple months, which this is a top 1 as well, so he is another person in contention for verifying a top 1. And yeah, the fact that he was able to get this, and he doesn't even bother posting it, like, this is just a normal thing for him. I mean, I'm sure he'll do it eventually, is crazy to see. And yeah, this guy, he's a tidal wave victor, and he's been a bunch of other levels near that difficulty, right? He is a really good player. And lastly, we have TheLifenoff, who I've already talked about in another video. This is another person I made a short on, and when I made a video on him, he had 76% on Orbit, which is mad impressive because it still only has 1 victor to this day in the form of Dovin, so he is kind of fighting to become the second victor. There's currently 2 people on the demon list with list percent that isn't the completion, Dovin, so, and he is one of them, so yeah, that was mad impressive, but very recently, 5 hours ago, he was able to get 99. Sadly, until Monday the 22nd, he is not going to be able to play Orbit, because he's going camping, but this is still very impressive, and I think that he won't lose too much consistency when he comes back, right? If you don't know what the ball pit is, it's the ending of Orbit, where you have to time a really hard black orb click that you can barely see, and then you are sent into the ball pit, where if your icon shows up in there, you die. It's basically the limbo keys, but way, way longer and way more stressful. But yeah, it is sad. Most people do end up dying to the ball pit, though. So that is, you know, that's fine. It's expected. You're gonna have a bunch of nerves, especially if you're aiming to be the second victor, right? So yeah, huge congrats to TheLifenoff for this. And I know he's gonna watch this video. I know he watches my videos. So yeah, I'm shouting you out again because this is get crazy. This is actually, how are you this good at the game? I'll just shut up and let you watch this.
Larry!
Larry, bro. Oh my god.
Larry!
No,
Clip back on.
Rylan!
He might have just
Holy shit! Rylan!
Click back on.
Oh my goodness,
Ian, watch the ball pit.
Please!
I'm watching it.
Please, bro! Please!
I don't know, I feel like he went early. I don't know.
Oh my goodness! Please!
I feel like he went early.
Please!
It's genuinely
my
just like a
goodness.
gamble, man.
What the fuck?
Larry, please, please.
I don't know,
Dude,
bro.
dude,
I hope
no,
you. I really hope you beat
please,
this.
please,
I
please,
s-
please.
I feel
No!
like
No!
No!
No! No, dude!
you-
No!
Oh.
No! No, I almost flipped it! No! No, dude! No! 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 No!
Oh my
Oh
god.
my goodness! Fuck!
But that's all for today's video. I know most of you just clicked for the grief progress because that's probably what's going to be in the thumbnail and that's what everyone cares about. But still, the fact that all of this happened in pretty much 24 hours, what is going on in the community? So much stuff, and this is just after we saw a new potential top 10 get verified. So much stuff is happening, and it just means that there is some massive thing every day to cover, which is good for the community, it's good for the players that are doing it, and it's good for me. I'm just really amazed that people could do this, and I'm so happy that the community is as alive as it is after how long GD's been out for. But yeah, I don't really have much more to say now. Thanks for watching the video, and peace.